the cabin and the Crooked HOA. When I bought my house in Pine Hollow, I thought I was simply moving into a quiet neighborhood by the lake. What sealed the deal wasn't the manicured lawns or the cul-de-sac charm. It was the little wooden cabin sitting just past the tree line, overlooking the water. It wasn't much, just one room, a fireplace, and a porch that creaked when you stepped on it. But it was mine, deeded to me outright, separate from my house, like a quirky bonus gift from the previous owner. I didn't flaunt it, I just kept the place clean, split firewood, and sometimes watched sunsets from the porch with a beer in hand. To me, it was heaven. To the HOA, though, it was opportunity. The amenity announcement. One evening, a glossy flyer landed in every mailbox. Across the top in bold letters, new community amenity, lakeside cabin. Below was a photo of my cabin. The flyer claimed the HOA had secured rights to the cabin and would soon renovate it into a shared clubhouse for all residents. They even outlined plans, fishing gear rentals, kayak storage, and reservation slots for family gatherings. My jaw hit the floor. I stormed into the next HOA meeting. Flyer in hand, "That cabin isn't yours." I said, "It's mine, I have the deed." The board president, Mr. Duffy, a man who wore polo shirts like they were armor, smirked. "Actually, the cabin was always meant as a shared amenity. We have documentation." He held up a stack of papers, stamped and official-looking. I recognized the cabin's address, but the description was vague. And the signature line, blurry photocopy. Fake, but convincing enough for anyone who didn't know better. The first strike. The next weekend, I found HOA contractors snooping around my porch with tape measures. "Official inspection," one said, clipboard in hand. "Get off my property," I snapped. "Community property," he shot back. I showed him the boundary markers, old iron posts buried in the ground, marking the lot line that proved the cabin was on my parcel. He grumbled, but he left. That night, I photocopied the real deed a dozen times. The next morning, I handed copies to my neighbors. The neighbors take sides. At first, people were split. Some believed the HOA, dazzled by the promise of a shiny new clubhouse. Others, especially old-timers, remembered the cabin's history. It was built in the 50s, Mrs. Callahan from across the street told me. Old man Harris used to hunt deer out of it. Never was part of the HOA. Slowly, neighbors began to see through the board scheme. And the more the HOA pushed, the more people dug in. You can find part 2 on our profile.